So basically what that means is that, since I'm going up here anyway, I not only have to get a certain item up here, I also have to recover all that was stolen from me. That's never actually happened to me before. Usually if they're going to appear, they appear as soon as you enter the screen. That was pretty funny. I was completely off guard there.
A rough opening in the plank serves as the doorway to this ramshackle tree.
I'm sure you all are laughing at my epic fail. Alright, so basically, you have to look and see if they're there, or not. You have to just go back and forth, until they will...
A rough opening in the planks serves as the doorway to this ramshackle treehouse. A hole cut into the side acts as a window. Though you can see little of the interior, there seems to be a figure sleeping in a chair.
So that is your cue that it's safe to go in.
You have entered the treehouse. A sleeping bandit slumps face down on the table, occasionally stirring. Take care not to get too close, or you might wake him.
So just use logic.
You
Don't get too
open the
close to him.
chest and retrieve your stolen items.
So that's how you get your stuff back, but we also need this.
You very carefully lift the coin purse off the table, practically from under the sleeping bandit's nose.
So obviously, don't spend too much time in here, and don't go anywhere near him, or else he'll wake up. And he will kick you out, and you will fall down the tree to your death. Pretty sure that it's death. It was in the last game, or the last version. Okay, now we've got some money, so we can go into town and buy a few things that are very important.
Good day to you, young man. What can I do for you?
Greetings. What have you for sale?
I have many an item that might interest you. For instance, you might wish to purchase a leather pouch. Very suitable for carrying things in, as you might expect.
Indeed. Anything else?
I have numerous consumables that you may wish to acquire. Take a look at the shelf behind me. See if there's anything you would like.
You speak to the dog in a soothing voice, and his ears perk up.
Go ahead and pet him. Hank loves attention.
Ah! That does not look like a very calm dog.
You pat the hairy dog and are rewarded with a handful of malted hair.
Who's a good doggy? That's a good doggy. Yes, you are. Alright.
I've got some dusting to do.
Well, don't come back. I want to buy things from you. Salesman of the Year award right here.
Just a moment. Now, what can I do for you?
I'd like to purchase something.
Certainly. Take a look at the items on the shelf behind me.
So basically, we're going to clean this guy out.
You count out 4 coins and give them to the shopkeeper.
Because these are all very important.
You count out 10 coins and give them to the shopkeeper. You count out 8 coins and give them to the shopkeeper. You count out 5 coins and give them to the shopkeeper.
It's kind of ingenious by Gwydion. He's going to get rid of Mananan by putting too much lard in his food. Give him a heart attack. I keyed. Alright, now I'm not sure if we really paid much attention to this before, but if you recall from the very beginning, that there was someone that was calling out to us from this cave.
The only way in.
So, let's head on in. Uh-oh.
It was to be expected that a spider of this size wouldn't just live off flies.
So obviously we can't be stupid and just run right into the web. But, there's a spell for this. I think... oh, shoot, I still gotta get it. I've got to get something first before I do that. Just kidding.
You pull out your...
Obviously, you don't want to turn into a fly and climb right into a spider's web. So
You
we
feel a
need a different item. We need to become an eagle. In order to do that, we need to give a little gift to our friend here. Remember our fish? Birds like fish. Here's your fish! Little tip of the cap to a fellow Let's Player named Paw Dugan. I highly recommend his channel. He does King's Quest games and other Let's Plays. He's very funny. Part of the generally funny group of people at Channel Awesome and That Guy with the Glasses. I love to plug them because I find them hilarious.
You pull out. You feel a string.
Alright, now we're ready to go. We take our newly acquired eagle feather. I think that's an eagle. Might be a hawk. And transform ourselves. Whoop. And this time, things are going to go a little differently for our friend the spider. I love the victorious music here. It's like, ha! You dead, spider! Victory! Gwydion 1, giant spider nothing. That was the Mandrake Root, part of Sierra lore. Anytime you pull a Mandrake Root from the ground, it sounds, you hear the scream of a dying child or something.
The strange
Anyway,
woman stands before you expectantly. Her ageless face is tranquil, but there's faint urgency behind her gaze.
This is the woman we saw in the dream.
Welcome, young one.
I saw you through the telescope, but it was a dream.
Neither dreaming nor awake. It was I you saw.
Who are you?
You may think of me as an oracle. Beyond that lies knowledge I cannot impart. A better question for you to ask is, who am I?
I do not understand.
Do you know your identity? Your ancestry? Your heritage?
My name is Gwydion, a servant to the wizard Manannan, and I have lived in Ludor all my life. As for my parents, I have never known them. Manannan told me that they died when I was very young.
Yes. Too young to remember. Too small to resist.
I don't understand.
A lie lurks in shadow and gives way to the luminance of truth. The time has come for your enlightenment.
Hello? Where am I?
These are but visions of light long faded. Observe what you may, but the time of influence has passed.
I love how this guy is just like perfectly okay with this happening. You know, he's just sounds just not that interested in what's going on.
The child of the cradles.
Manannan.
I thank the Father for this timely gift.
No! I was that boy.
The plot thickens.
Manannan abducted me. Everything he told me was a lie.
I could
I
have told you
need to
that.
know more. Tell me.
Then speak, my child. Ask.
Alright, so now we get a little exposition.
My name? Do I have a name? Other than the one Manannan gave me, I mean?
Your name is Alexander.
Ta-da!
Prince Alexander. You are heir to your father's throne.
My father is a king?
Yes, a very good and noble one. It may come to pass that you shall meet him.
Where do I come from?
You hail from the kingdom of Daventry. Once, it was a place of great beauty.
Yeah, it certainly does look beautiful.
Oldest
Can't
is
even
the
see
magic
it.
that lies deep within that realm. and the earliest histories are connected to it. An important part it is to play in great events to come. But this should not concern you. The land has suffered much in recent times, and must be healed.
That and they need a better painter. What a roughshod job.
Why must the land be healed?
Great misfortunes have plagued Daventry since the arrival of the three-headed dragon. Each year it demands a sacrifice in exchange for sparing the land from its fiery wrath. At first, the king refused, and now, years later, the land burns still from the dragon's flame.
How may it be healed?
The power to do so can be found in a place once linked to the greater land. You will come to it in time, where your value shall be measured by the way you measure value.
Come again?
You will know when it is time to know.
Why does the king do nothing?
Good question.
There was a time when the king would have risked all to save another. Now, he has barely the spark of life within him. The years have been hard for the royal family. Grief has taken its toll, and the king has borne the brunt of the anguish. Now, with the dragon holding the kingdom's future in its fiery jaws, he has not the spirit to fight the evil. The curse endures still.
Curse?
It is beyond what is yours to reckon with. Concern yourself not with it.
So this is kind of filling in a lot of the storyline. This isn't a lot different from the last version. I'm guessing everyone who is watching this right now has probably played at least one version of this game. But hey, if there's anybody out there who's legit surprised, hope you're enjoying the storyline. It really is pretty well written. And I know I'm kind of starting right in the middle of 3 when there was 1 and 2 before it. I might go back and eventually play those. I think that's all we need to know from her. Hopefully it is, because she just disappears.
Go now, Prince Alexander. Deal with your enslaver, and venture forth to aid your family at a time they need you most.
Thank you, Oracle.